about to get ready to get out of here and go to the Dankest tournament. I'm ready to get in there. I've been training with the boys from Team T Playset, and I think I got what it takes to get in there. I don't got every card in the game, but I got what I got. And I think I got a pretty competitive deck. It's pretty formidable, but I think we'll be able to make it in there. Hello. Are you guys open yet? Oh, you are? Oh, cool. Can I get it? Well, I'm gonna have to have the breakfast of mall champions because apparently this is the only thing that was really open right now. Smash Cinnabon and coffee. But while I'm doing that, I'm gonna sit here and think about and prepare for my duel. I'm running the Darkest Diabolos, and I'm running this card at 3 because I'm running Allure of Darkness in this deck and Foolish Burial. So trust me, we get these cards out the deck. I'm running 3 Ghost Ogre Snow Rabbits because Ghost Ogre Snow Rabbits are just good, and I don't have the more expensive hand trap. 3 Lilith, Lady of Laments. 3 Sky Striker Ace Ray. Alright, now I'm also running this card called Sky Striker Ace Airbase. And a lot of people run this card at 1. I run this card at 3. And the reason why I run it at 3 is because I do not have the spell card that allows you to search the other cards. The one that costs $100, Engage. So I'm using this card in combination with the trap cards that I'm using from Lilith. And the trap cards I'm using from Lilith is this one card called Heavy Storm Duster. Now we use Heavy Storm Duster to destroy one spell or trap my opponent controls and to destroy this airbase, which allows me to search out Ray, and then when you special summon Ray, you can quick effect at the end of your opponent's turn to get your spell or whatnot. But the best part about it is it gives you instant back row removal, and a lot of decks depend on their back row. So you know, I've heard the myth, people say people don't play back row anymore. That is not true. People play crazy back row, so sometimes having Heavy Storm Duster is just really good. Then Stormy Mirror Force is just the other target for Lilith, and it's just a clutch card because a lot of times you're just going to have one monster or no monsters on the field, and it's really nice to just clear board so the next turn you get a direct attack, because that's kind of what this deck is about hitting directly. That's what this deck is all about, attacking your opponent directly. So you want to constantly keep clearing the board and attacking directly. Here's Foolish Burial Goods, which basically I use Foolish Burial Goods to dump any Sky Striker card, and sometimes I either dump this card, the Sky Striker Airbase 0, or I drop this card called Sky Striker Mega Widowmaker. And I mean Widow yeah, it is a Widowmaker, but it's a Widow Anchor. And basically Widow Anchor, you can either negate your opponent's monster effect, but if you got 3 spells in the grave, you can take it from them too. So I end games with that because it's a quick play spell, and I've used it multiple times in multiple different ways as a quick play spell. And also when you activate Ray's effect and you tribute Ray off, and you're going to special summon Darkest Diabolos back, you can't take the monster if you have a monster in your main monster zone. So if you chain it to Ray's effect, you can take the monster, then you get Diabolos back, and you get the Link monster, and then you bam, 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 you know, forget. Foolish Burial to drop Diabolos or to drop Ray. Terraforming to go get the field spell, obviously. Reinforcements of the army to go and get Ray. Upstart Goblin to go and get Ray. Allure of Darkness because, you know, we play Allure of Darkness. And then Sky Striker Mecha Shark Cannon. This card basically banishes the monster out the grave, but if you got 3 spells, you can summon it back from the grave. I never got a chance to actually use that because I normally had game in other ways, but it was always an option for me that I never had to use. This is another card I never got to use, but basically you can make your monster unkillable for a turn. So this one destroys spell or traps, and this other one right here destroys monsters. And then if you have 3 spells in the grave to destroy the other, vice versa. Now this is another card that's really good, but I decided to take it down to 1 instead of playing it at 2. Basically I replaced it with Dark Hole. But this card says you can target a card on the field and destroy it, and then basically all your Sky Striker spells have immunity for that turn. And then at the end of the turn that you played this card, you get to set as many cards as you played. So basically, if you played 3 Sky Striker spells, you can set 3 Sky Striker spells. But I use this in combination with any Sky Striker spell to activate the effect. But you most importantly want to use it with Airbase so that you can get your free Ray. It's just a really powerful card, no matter when you draw it. And then I'm also running the Regeki and Dark Hole. Nothing really needs to be said about that.
All open.
Then I could have negated your stuff. I just didn't set it at the time because I didn't have any monsters because you torrentialed me.
Desire. I desire to draw the guy I'm looking for. And not get Ash Blossomed. There we go.
Hot was hungry.
Rhoda.
Yep. Stratos. Oh, that's a warrior?
Yeah, beats a warrior.
I thought that was a beast warrior for some reason.
Nope. If he was a beast warrior, I'd be using Tenki Bar.
Yeah.
He's like the most important card of the deck.
Yeah. I just, I pulled a second one, and I was like, alright, well, since I got 2, I guess I'll be for higher.
I have 3.
Ooh, careful, please.
Oh, did you build that last week? Did you build that last week?
Sometime last weekend.
Oh, okay.
What's gonna beat? Beat effect.
Yeah.
No,
Special
I
summon
didn't have
Helmet.
last week.
Yeah.
Effect to beat.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't help me.
Raphael.
No.
Utopia.
Oh my god.
Utopia.
See, this is an example of when this hand gets to my deck gets to start going.
Well, Desires and Rhoda, that's normally good enough for most things.
Effective Helmet.
Yeah.
Push him and Raphael. Chain link 1/2.
Yeah.
So he excavates first, and then I can add a card from that to my hand, and then he discards 1 monster for higher, and then I get to draw a card.
The excavator has got to be for hire, or excavate can be anything?
Any card.
Oh, well then that's nice, Raphael.
Almost some guys
You're so generous.
Raphael is quite the generous captain.
Why don't you just go ahead and take everything? Sure, don't
The
mind.
Fur Hire archetype has some pretty good cards in it, honestly. They're just like, I think they're in the same boat that Spiral originally was, where it's like, they just need 1 good card to like break them.
Yeah.
And then his effect activates. I will discard.
As a piece of effect.
Please?
Hey Levi, this Diabolo summoning of self from grave is an inherent summon or a card effect. Okay, thank you.
Familiar. Familiar's effect. Where am I at? You're at 17.
What?
Yeah, you were
Go ahead.
5,000, added 28.
Terraforming.
Stop right there for no scum.
Stop. Wait a minute. Hold up. Search limit.
Stop. Have a time.
Set 2. Actually. The Allure of Fate.
Discards your entire hand.
1, 2, 1. I got a little lucky today. The Allure of Fate. And then I'll set yet another card face down.
Oh boy.
Play straight fresh, I'll just scoop it up.
My turn?
Yeah, good.
Draw.
Straight flash. Scoop.
Effective Helmet.
Yeah.
Special summon Donpa.
Yep.
Effect trigger, effect trigger.
Yep.
So chain link 1/2.
Mm-hmm.
So oh wait, no, 1/2. So beat will search first. I'm gonna search my Bravo Fighter for hire.
Fighting for hire. Mm-hmm. Do you switch the mets each round, or do you just switch them to your mood?
I switch my
Think about what I'm gonna do.
You're gonna have to give me a guided tour of your mats at some point.
Discard a draw.
Channel's effect. Something familiar.
No, link. Two. Phoenix. Phoenix effect. Discard. Pop.
Oh no, not my storming mirror force.
Hallelujah.
Sorry,
Ineffective
I didn't actually
beat.
read one of my cards
Specimen
and realize I
Bravo.
actually have an option
Yep.
I didn't realize I had. Provided you can stop. I'm gonna lick these two. Display. To make Vampire Sucker. I'm gonna make that.
Like, do I want to sit up against you or do I want to actually attack you?
Okay, it was, well, first of all, I gotta pay 5 for this effect. Vampire Sucker's effect will let me, if I'm understanding correctly, let me tribute your lightning to summon this.
And you're 7.
Unfortunately. Still tributing it. Oh dear.
She's the one I'll let you tribute.
I don't know if I want to fall into a blowout.
If I would tribute a monster for 2 weeks, I'd tribute a zombie. Oh wait, it has to be a zombie. Never mind, it has to be a zombie. Never mind. Sorry, I'm a dum-dum. Can't do that.
Pass.
Jesus Christ.
Increase. I'm just
Sorry, I misread that one.
Do you want to add back to the
Ooh.
I didn't pay anything for that.
Finish it. Alright. Out of the credit card.
I don't need to do that.
Okay. 20, 19, 12. Alright,
Not this
so
effect, sorry, I'm using this effect to summon it.
does the one Wiz was the one that stopped magic and traps,
Yeah,
right?
Wiz stops spell
Use that
check.
this turn?
Does any of those stop monster effects or have
Raphael
trigger
does.
effects?
So vampire
Okay.
summon from the
Let's see how
graveyard.
this guy works. So this guy's supposed to
Stop me from the graveyard, I can get to draw that.
activate this quick effect. This card for okay. And you got one in hand.
Yep.
'Sky Striper Mecha Module Hornet.
Hornets.
Anything for that?
Nah, you're good. You get the token.
Come forth, my Hornet.
This is going out of control really fast.
Link it off.
Sorry, I've got to think for a sec. I'll activate the effect of Desire. Sending my scepter to the graveyard.
This one. Activate the effect to get one for the grave.
Your only target is
No,
Hornet.
using the effect that
Yeah,
would
my
kill
only
me.
target is Hornet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tribute?
No Hakayo this.
Summon another
Okay.
Scarlet Scourge.
Alright.
Overlay.
So, two spells in the grave.
I can search from this card, target a card you control, and send it to the graveyard.
I don't really lose anything.
Activate Hornet.
Alright.
Oh, yeah, no, it's-
And tribute them both. Then Diabolos attacks Raphael. Well, battle phase, then Diabolos attacks Raphael.
I'm good. That takes 200.
Yep. And then pass turn.
something. I was trying to figure out a way to get this guy out this whole freaking turn.
One,
Oh, sorry. Okay.
two.
And I'm gonna run under a mirror force.
Pay 2.
one is this?
Which is hilarious because my other points don't even change.
Yeah.
Whiz effect. When she special summon, I gain 500 for every other. No, I lose 500 life points.
Of course.
I keep seeing like
It's 500 for each, or 500 for each other?
Each other. So I basically only pay 500 life points.
Okay. That's a soul bargain.
And then effective beat.
Yeah.
Does make sure to target.
And Bravo.
I thought those two other water guys you had were level 2, and when you were like doing the thing, I was like, is he about to get totally awesome? And
No, the level 2s are wings.
I am going first, thinking very
Dude, that'd be
much.
too busted. Level 2 broken.
they'll go into Photon again. They'll go back to Galaxy.
Apologies.
Oh, this is a token man. Token man, token man.
So good, but the rest of the game,
Diabolo's tribute is his cost, right?
Yeah. You mean his effect? 2 tribute, you mean?
Yeah. His quick effect to rip a card out my hand.
Oh, to take a card out the hand? Oh.
Yeah, you can tribute 1 dark monster. That's a cost. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I can't enter my battle phase because my soul charge.
Yep.
I completely negated my own soul charge cost.
They call that soul bargain. It's a soul deal. It's a soul steal.
I made sure I didn't use it to kill lightning and steal it. I still lost though.
Go ahead.
I was able to get around Baguska by just normal summoning one and then normal summoning another, and then taking Cerberus to pop it. So that's something, I guess. Also, I thought I could tribute to the monster, but then I remembered, oh, I don't have Zombie World, that's not a zombie.
I used the Diablos effect to tribute himself. Okay. He did.
yeah, it would be a good time.
Oh, I just realized. Oh, I just realized, you know what?
Ray
I'd summon...
and tribute Ray.
Yeah, it's cost. Tribute is cost.
If I'd
Wait.
summon something to your field, I could have then just tributed it. I wouldn't even have to go through all that hassle.
I have a quick question. If he tributes his cost for Ray's effect, if I refail it, she tributes his cost, but does the monster come out?
No. If you negate the effects, it will never summon.
Okay. Then
Oh, God,
refail
no.
effect. Discard and negate her effect.
Why?
So she tributes his cost, but you don't get the monster out.
This is horrible.
How could you target her?
Here you go.
If she...
It doesn't target.
Oh, it doesn't
Refail
target.
doesn't
It's
target.
just when you activate a monster effect, it negates that effect.
Oh, okay, I see. With Diablos then. Bring him back.
Well, my hand would be good if I could summon any of this stuff.
And what's your life at?
Well, I mean,
I'm at 5,800.
58. Diablos
really too much
attacks.
on my openings.
And then pass turn.
Sure.
Yo. Mecha Waifu's activated. No, none of them sexy $100 cards, bro. We're budget battling out here.
Empire Awakening.
As long as I have my darkest Diablos.
Big Daddy.
You won't have it for much longer.
Nani!
Destroy their game phase.
He straight said it. You won't have it for much longer. Let me see what this guy does.
Earlier in the league.
Says neither player can target this card.
Saborolo Dragon.
Return. So the opponent cannot. That's it. In response to activation. Start the damage calculation. You can remove the damage. Nani!
Dan, have the out.
I don't.
Find out next time.
To be continued.
Saborolo Dragon attacks.
My trap card activates.
Oh my god.
Storm Miracle.
Do you want to go?
Look at each other hands.
Yes.
yeah, you know, not too bad. Nobody.
Well, then I got nothing else to lose.
None. He's coming deep. The pot is hungry.
Oh my god.
Is that? Oh.
There's one card
One
left.
card
One card left.
Oh wow.
No
one's been beat. Beat effect, special summon Rafale.
Yeah.
No beat effect.
You're a
Yeah.
nice person.
This is right where I wish I had Bravo. Oh.
I wish it was normal. I can still do stuff. Mizuki, special familiars, players effect.
I can still do things. They're not good things, but they can be done. Go ahead.
Okay. Diablo's attacks beat.
Discard retainer. There's some retainer.
1800.
Didn't see my hand. Didn't see anything.
Yeah, I pass.
Gonna use retainer's effect in the graveyard, sending Grace from my hand.
Of course, this is the last card in my deck.
The special retainer. And then retainer's effect.
Set one card, normal summon
Getting the
B.
domain. I assume you're gonna strike
my
the
turn.
used it
Yep.
Draw.
You don't even have to attack.
I'm just gonna pass turn.
I activate training for hire for all your training needs.
Wait, what did that do actually?
It lets me, if you kill one of my monsters by any way, shape, or form, I can special summon a lower level one from my deck.
Oh, okay. Great duel, man. Thank you. Alright,
That's what it is.
I got my boy Will here, who has a fur hire deck for all your training needs. Tell us about your fur hire deck, my boy.
Well, it's very rough, but like you need to get to beat. Beat is like if you don't get to him, you cry. That's what happened first duel. I didn't get beat. I got whiz. No beat or fail shows up, and I'm just like. Basically, what you want to do is beat's your go-to guy because no matter what other for hire you have, he grabs any you want from the deck. So what I like to do is get him out, then get either Helmer or Seal, and then you just special one of them. He triggers, and I usually grab Raphael. Sometimes you want to grab Wiz depending on matchup, or if you already have Raphael. Raphael, I like to special summon. I might try double summon in the deck so I can get another one out if Raphael grabs another one so I can get out like Wiz. But this is my first time with the deck, so there's still things I need to learn about it. I'm using, it's based off of some builds I saw online, but also just my own ideas with the deck. But yeah, Raphael, he's really nice, but he's your combo ender. You usually stop with him. So when you get him off, you want as many other names on the board so you can try to get like one of your floodgates. Like you want your training for hire, you want your solemn, you want your called by the grave, you want an ash blossom, or you want like any other names to trigger Rafale or Wiz.
I don't play Infinity because I don't run into the situation.
I might actually bump this up to 2 because I didn't see it, and it might actually be pretty good because like if you kill my guy, then it's like and float down. It was the last card. It was the very last card in my deck. Yeah, the only monsters in the deck that can't even float down with this card effect is the Donpun Recon, which are the level 2s.
What does that field spell do? Do you try to use that?
No, I don't use the field spell. If you ever want to play this deck, you don't play the field spell. The field spell is the worst card in the deck.
What does it do?
The field spell is during your draw phase, instead of drawing, you can search your deck for a higher monster. But notice, this is an activated effect. So you can Ghost Ogre it or Ash Blossom it, and then you don't get your normal draw.
Yeah, that's gross.
And then its other effect is just if you have 5 or more different for hires, you can wipe the board of your opponent's board by sacking the field spell. Then you can't attack. You don't do damage, so there's no point in running it.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's
Yeah.
kind of going in the world backwards, as they say.
Yeah, the only 2 for hire cards I don't play outside of the field spell, we don't count the field spell, is Sagita and Dinah. Dinah is, I ponder him a little bit because when he hits the field, for every other name, you banish cards from opponent's graveyard. So it can hit with Sky Strikers, you can hit their spell cards that they want to recur. You can hit their monster. Other decks, I don't really know what other decks would be really good against. I guess Spiral could hurt some pretty bad, or Goki. Because it doesn't have to be a monster. He can hit anything. And then his attack effect is pretty, his attack redirect effect is pretty decent for like blocking your beat if you have beat on the field, or Seal, or any of your other smaller dudes. But normally I think you're supposed to link them away, but again, I'm missing the other pieces to the Nightmare Engine. So what I just did is I threw my Firewall in there. So my extra deck is, there's the pieces to the Nightmare Engine, there's the Underclock, then you have Bravo and Seal, which are level 4s, and you run 3 of each, so you can get to rank 4s pretty easy. The other card I'm missing is number 64. It's a rank 2. You use it usually with Donpa and Recon, because normally I see people running those at 3 each, because they're the pop face up, pop face down. So that I want to try to get a hold of. But Sagita, the other one, she's okay, not the best. She's a burn when she hits the field, and then she blocks you from being able to target me.
Which one is that one again?
Sagita, Maverick.
Okay.
She's actually honestly the worst one, because burn's not the best, and
well, maybe for time rules, maybe might be something.
I ain't gonna abuse time rules. If I'm abusing time rules, I got this guy for that.
Yeah, I got one too.
I got the Gotcha Cowboy. Cowboy for game.
So listen, I want to ask you a question, Will. Can we get a guided mat too?
Guided mats.
Yeah, can we get a tour?
I don't even have all my mats with me. These are just my favorite ones.
I know that you use multiple mats out at the same time, and I've always been wondering, like, what's under the rest of those
What's
mats?
under the rest of the mats?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm a Zodiac player. I used to play Zoo a lot. Like, I have the entire collection right here. Every Zoo monster. I just got my second First Ed Broadbow. I just need one more, and I have the entire thing First Ed Raging. First Ed highest rarity, including the ulti Whiptails.
What's the rarity on that? Like ultra?
Secret.
Secret?
Broadbow is secret.
Broadbow?
Yeah.
I'll double check. I think I do have a Broadbow.
I need the one from Raging Tempest though. First Ed Raging Tempest.
Double check.
Yeah, but I have this. My mother bought it for me because I like to play the deck. Then Nick here picked this up for me at regionals.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. And then I got this at SoccerCon. It's even signed by the artist. Yeah. It was the display copy, her last copy, so she signed it for me. And then for when I play Pokemon for the little kids.
Yeah. And I noticed Zoroark's on there like your divider.
Yeah, Zoroark is my favorite Pokemon. It is literally everywhere. It is literally all over the place when it comes to my gear.
Well, thank you, man. I appreciate you sharing your deck and that collection. Yep. Thank you, man.
I'll be working on this deck. Get ready to see a lot more furries showing up.
I'll be coming back to check on your fur hires for all your progress and improvement.
I love the puns. I don't care what people say. I love the puns. I love the puns.
I actually like them too.
Like Skyfang was a cool name, but I am all for a good pun. I'm all for a good pun.
At least you know Konami has a sense of humor.
I mean, there's only one monster in the entire deck. Everybody's like, oh, but they're not all furry. There's only one monster that's not really furry, and that's Wiz.
Well, I mean,
she's the only one that actually doesn't have fur. The funniest thing is, if you look in the background of the art, you can see Helmer holding back Recon as he's trying to join in the training.
wow. Oh, that is pretty sweet.
Or no, holding back Donpo, Recon's hiding behind Helmer, and then Seal's watching over Beat and Rafael.
Well, boys, it's over now. We just came back from the Dankest tournament, and now it looks like I'm about to go back in the house and get ready for this video. I got a lot of new ideas and learned a lot of new stuff from these matchups today, but I mean, you just can't be prepared for everything. I almost went 3-1.